Back here in Midday, Kentucky, we have Joshua Crabtree here, Executive Director of Legal Aid of the Bluegrass. And you know what we got to talk about today?
Oh, taxes.
It's about that time, taxes,
it's that
right?
time of year.
Well, thanks for coming in to give us some tips. So I guess just starting out, what do people need to know with tax season upon us?
Well, tax season was one, what's the old saying goes, the only thing certain in life are death and taxes. So if you have worked this year at all, you need to be, if you received a 1099 or a W-2 statement, you're going to need to file income taxes. So don't let that deadline sneak up on you, although you get 2 extra days this year because April 15th, tax days on the weekends. You don't have to file till Monday, April 17th.
Wow.
Yes. Score.
Don't wait until the last day, David.
Oh, I would never do that. I would probably file an extension. What if I owe taxes though, Joshua? Like what do I need to do?
Well, the number one thing to not do is ignore it.
Okay.
There's lots of things you can do if you owe taxes. So filing an extension if you need a little bit longer to get that money.
Right.
You could do that. Also working with the IRS, they do come up with some payment plans that you can pay for those things. The important thing to know is once you file, though, that's when interest and penalties start accruing if you're not paying those. So if you're filing and you owe, you need to pay at the same time.
Okay.
But you can delay that for a little while.
Oh, that's nice.
Talk to us about decision making with spending your refund. You have some tips there, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting a refund, and the goal really is to not get a refund. The goal would to be break even, because otherwise you're giving the government interest-free money.
Right.
So you paid in too much for the year. But otherwise, if you are getting a refund, and that's a great thing that a lot of people will get, you should prioritize that money. Probably first spend down some debt, and how you're going to spend that debt. If you have any housing-related debt or debt for your transportation that you need for your job, you want to kind of pay those things first. And then, if you have some left over, put that into an emergency fund or, say, rainy day fund for yourself. You don't want to go buy something and use that as a down payment that's going to bring you in a lot more debt.
Okay.
So let's eliminate debt with that tax refund.
That was a big question. I was thinking, how am I going to prioritize all that? And you're saying, don't go buy the new shoes I've been looking at. You're saying, go pay off some debt.
Go pay off some debt. And then save for the shoes.
Okay. And how should we prioritize debt? How should people be thinking about that?
So debt. So a good way to look at debt is if it involves some of those basic necessities for life. So if it's your housing, whether it's your mortgage payment or your rent, any utilities that you're going to need your utilities to keep you in your house, because it's going to be hard to work if you don't have roof over your head. If you need water kind of thing. If you need transportation to get to and from work, those are things you need to pay. There's when you look at credit card debt and medical debt, those might be things that you owe, but they're not going to repossess your kidney. Right. So, you don't have the same kind of priority where you might lose your home. Okay. But what you can do is if you do have this medical debt and you do get a tax refund, they'll work with you quite a bit. If
Sometimes
you make a cash payment, some of our hospital systems locally will take off as much as 55% if you're going to pay cash.
That's awesome. Well, talk to us about where people can go to get their taxes done. You had some tips for people where you can get that done for free, right?
Right. I know that some for-profit places like H&R Block is offering a free 1040EZ completion this year, but even better than that, if you make less than $54,000 a year, there's the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. These are set up locally all around the state, and you can go to the public library is usually one of the places that they have those located, or go to the IRS website. It'll have them all listed. You can go to Legal Aid of the Bluegrass website. We'll tell you where those are at, but those are certified tax preparers who will come and do electronic filing just like they do at these other places, and you'll get your taxes for free. There's also tax counseling for the elderly, so if you're over age 60, those programs are available for you as well.
Well, Joshua, thank you so much for coming in and giving us those tips. Where can people go online to get some more information about what we talked about?
The best place to start is go to Legal Aid of the Bluegrass's website, which is lablaw.org. Which is on the screen there, or follow us on Twitter.
Tech savvy.
Yeah, Jillian will be sending out some links or tweets about where to find this information.
All right, thank you so much. Really important information there.
Thank you.
Well, stay